Hello everybody, welcome back to He Is Coming. Checking out the compendium, I can see that over here in the woodland, the only thing we haven't done is gain a combined total of 100 armor in a single battle, which would then get us unlock all other challenges in the woodland. So, gain 100 armor. We're going to need probably some edges and some very specific kit, but we will try. Almost certainly on the Leshen fight, because that's going to go on for the longest. Now, I take this because there's an edge or maybe a rose that when you restore 1 health get 1 armor that would be of interest to me. For the meantime though, is gain. So I don't know if this base armor helps, which is a tricky place to be. Let's avoid these bears for now. Alright, well, I'll take another one of those. Is there a... There's over there. Let's go via one of these teleport locations. Blue candy. No, 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 no. Right, leave those chests until we found an golem. I know it's a golem. My brain just does it the other way because it amuses itself every now and again. Gain 1 armor every other turn. That's gonna help. That is certainly a start. Another blue candy. They lose 3 attack when exposed. That being right next to there is a treat. We just got rid of a redwood roast, which is a shame. Right, I don't need this in my pool. I'll take that. Let's proc this. And then, of course, it's darkness, but I'll go over to that shop. Whenever you restore health, gain 2 thorns. That'll start. Give yourself and the enemy 5 freeze each. Does being frozen... This helps. So having 5 freeze gets me more armor, or more time to get armor. So we'll try that. We won't start re-rolling yet because we can't afford anything. I'd love to see an oil. Because right now we are not the strongest. Right, show me an oil or an edge. I'll take the oil because I just... Oh, crap, of course, it was right there. I need to double my attack before this encounter, I think. That's going to be important. That looks suspicious in that little nook, but it's probably a right-hand turn. Oh. Why did I think this was stun? I guess because being frozen is a specific thing. So we both get 5 freeze. I guess I'm still okay with that. Battle start, give the enemy 3 feats. On hit, gain 1 armor. That's something we definitely need to aspire to. There's a grave around here. Gain an additional strike. Spend 50% of your current health to that amount of armor. That's one way to get a lot of health. The only problem is we can only do that trick once before we then have to re-heal. But I'll do it. Now I wish I had really big max health. Let's go shopping again. Wounded, gain 5 attack and take 2 damage. Your base armor is doubled. I don't think that works for us because it's specifically gain, right? We can leave the shop for... Gain a combined total of 100 armor in a single battle. A lot of the blue stuff is freeze rather than armor stuff. While you have armor, temporarily gain 2 attack. I mean, it's a nice to have for sure. Do I want to think about fighting this boss just to... get more inventory space? I think so. Alright, that was rough, but we got there. Show me... Where was that big bonfire that we just passed? Because we definitely just passed a bonfire. Didn't we? I was so sure we passed a bonfire. There it is. So it's not far from this sign. Which is good. Right, let's go over in that general direction then. That's not ideal. I will take more max HP. Get more stuff that we don't want out of the pool. The healing on that would be nice, even if our attack isn't very big. There's 2 healing. Can we defeat you? When the player has armor, bear gets 5 attack. So they'll go to 8 attack. I'm uncertain if we win this one, because we're always going to have armor. So these bears are an extra big problem for me right now. Right, let's check this shop. Exposed, give the enemy 2 freeze, that's a weapon. Spend 2 armor. You have more speed than the enemy, gain 2. Whenever you lose health, restore 1. Think reroll. Whenever you restore health, gain 1 armor. That's something we definitely want to see. Am I convinced that Frostbite Curse helps us properly in the long... I mean, it drags out the fight, because they'll do less damage to us, we'll do less damage to them. And we don't have to win the fight, we just have to get 100 armor. I believe. Stone Steak, do some cooking with Redwood Roast would be nice. We definitely want this Iron Rose. Let's do that. And that. Now, do we know where a cauldron is? I don't believe so. So we're going to start marching north to that. Looking glass. Cauldron. Ugh. That's so far. Alright, let's stop at that fire on the way up. God, it's so far up. Grab an oil as we pass. If you have no armor, gain 3 armor and 1 freeze. It's a way to get armor. It is a way to get armor. Except turn start. On hit, gain 1 armor. Then they take a turn, hit us back. If this is in the first spot, we should get the armor first. Do we need, if we're not trying to beat Leshen, do we need the stone sandals? Maybe not. It's getting weird. It's every third time you take damage each turn, gain 2 armor. That's not going to happen. Cauldron is right up there. There is also a bonfire, which is a treat. Alright, rock roast. There's a grave. Whenever you lose armor, gain 2 thorns. Wounded, regain your base armor. That's humongous. So that's an extra 13, which is not massive, but it's something. So on hit, gain 1 armor. Gain 1 armor every other turn. 6 armor. Whenever you restore health, gain 1 armor. On hit, gain 1 armor. On hit, restore 1 health, get 1 health back. Start 5 freeze. If you have no armor, put that there. Gain 3 armor and 1 freeze. Battle start, spend 50% of your current health to gain that amount of armor, which is 13. Gain 1 armor every other turn. Gain 6 armor. Wounded, regain your base. So, apart from if we could perhaps... if we find another one of these or something, that would be really cool. Where's our nearest teleport around here? There must be one. Or not. We definitely want to be near a bonfire at the end. So there's that there. That's there. Man, I've got to touch more fast travel points as we travel. Golem is no good to me. Battle start, give the enemy freeze equal to your speed. We can get rid of that. Battle start, gain armor equal to lost health. Battle start, spend 50% of your current health to gain that amount. That's great. Okay, what do I want to get rid of? Do I just get rid of golden shield? I think. So, I need to make sure my order's correct after I just cough a whole bunch one moment. Okay. On hit, restore 1. On hit, gain 1. Turn start, if you have no armor, gain 3 freeze and 1 armor. Battle start, gain armor equal to lost health. Battle start, spend 50% of your current health to get that amount of armor. So, the battle starts. We spend 13 to get 13, if we're at full health when the fight comes in. Then we get 13. If we have no armor, we get 3. We freeze for 5 turns apiece. Whenever we restore health, we get 1 armor. When we hit, we restore 1 health and basically get 2 armor. We get 1 armor every other turn. This gives us base 6 armor and 6 health for the Lifeblood Armor Iron Skin combo. And when we're wounded, we regain our base armor, which is only 7 now, which is not great. I kind of regret that, but we are lots of pieces of a moving machine right now. So we have a day to find a bonfire that I'm happy to use. That one seems as good as any. Let's just check for anything super interesting here. We have no money. That grave is way too far away. I want to avoid bears if I can. And fight them if I can't. Okay, good healing. Bonfire's right there. Alright, back to the bonfire. And yes, how does this go? So we start on 7. We've gained 13. We've gained another 7, that's 20. Another 13, that's 33. $34, $35, $36. $37, $38. $39, $40, $41. $42, $43. $44, $45, $46. $47, $48. $49, $50, $51. $52, $53. $54, $55, $56. $57, $58. $59, $60. We might die. $61, $62. 60. I've lost count because now we're getting to this freeze and extra armor malarkey. We either get it in this half of the fight, or we don't get it at all, because now we cannot do 28 damage with this freeze defense cycle. How much health do we lose in a cycle is a great question. 1? Oh my god, we're in an infinite loop. Woodland Mastery completed. Impenetrable defense completed. We might get to fatigue damage. Yeah, we're on fatigue damage. We get through that first half of the fight. Amazingly. I love it when a plan comes together. But I don't think we do 100 damage in the time that he builds up like a bajillion attack, right? Yeah, that's over. But we did it. Woodland Mastery. Leshen's Shovel. Attack is always 7. This weapon cannot have edges. Wood. That's very cool. You can have oils, but not edges. Gain a combined total of 100 armor in a single battle. Whenever you gain armor, gain 1 additional armor. Well, that would have been incredible for this build, but that makes sense of it being the unlock. Alright, a perfect, succinct 20-minute run. In and out, 20-minute adventure. We've now finished the woodland. In so much as, well, actually, there are still 5 item sets I haven't seen, but we now have everything unlocked. So, we should definitely be able to build those up at some point. For now, thank you ever so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.